Hey, gorgeous souls. I'm making a really quick live video. For those of you who've been following me for a while, you know, when I drive is when spirit tends to get a hold of me and really start to make things get clear in my head. And so I've just been letting them talk to me while I've been trying to drive into work this evening. And I'm getting ready to go into work now, but I'm going to give you what the messages are that I'm getting, and it goes so much with the astrology right now, and that's why I'm not waiting, even though I'm doing it live, I'm not waiting to see anybody to come into the room or anything, or to be checking it out. I'm just giving that information, and then I'm going to go. Spirit is giving me, all right, we know that Mars goes retrograde on the 9th. Mars is your inner warrior. It's your inner SWAT team. It's your inner belly dancer. It is your sacral chakra mixed with your solar plexus. It's how you feel about yourself and the courage to be yourself. To truly start to stand firm in your power and set a foundation that's healthy. And move forward. But Mars on September 9th goes retrograde, and the way Spirit is putting it to me is Mars just hit quicksand. You know, where it's like going under, which is, quicksand is pulling you under the ground. Quicksand is, you can't move, you can't get out, but he's the warrior. He's your inner SWAT team. He's that sacral chakra, solar plexus. He comes in with that foundation and he protects you. The way Spirit is putting this to me is, guess what? If you really want your happy endings, well, you're going to be pushed over the next 3 months. This is the clash of the titans. And you've heard me say this in a few videos here and there. And if you remember the old movie, or the really old movie of the Clash of the Titans, we're talking about the War of the Gods. And the War of the Gods is happening in our astrology right now. It's the outer foundation, it's the political arena, it's everything that's taking place that's the structure of your outer world of your life. Okay, versus what you allow to be part of your little life. Now, every single one of us, our life is big to us, but every single one of us have individual lives. And I say all the time, you have to be a good king or queen of your kingdom. And if you're not, this is the time during this Clash of the Titans to make sure that you are correcting what kind of king or queen you're being, because you're going to be pushed. Like I said, Mars is the way Spirit's putting it to me is your inner warrior just hit quicksand. He's going into the underworld, and he's sitting there with Lilith and Medusa, and then slowly working his way back to Chiron, which I believe is also in retrograde. I could be wrong. I haven't looked at the astrology chart right before I came out. It's trying to remember everything. But you have Neptune, which is sitting with Ceres, coming right off of this full moon. Your happy endings begin and end with you. Your inner warrior is in quicksand. We are looking at the Clash of the Titans, and you are going to be pushed over the next 3 months. And what I mean by pushed is, can you be who you say you are? Can you back up who the hell you say you are? If you say you're growing, if you say you're evolving, if you say, you're spiritually maturing, patience is a fucking bitch. Okay? What it comes down to is you're going to say you're one thing. You think of yourself in one way. You believe yourself to be this or that. So the universe is going, well then, prove it. But it's not proving it to the universe. That's where the trick is. It's proving it to yourself. Your happy endings begin and they end with you. You're going to be pushed to see if you really have what it takes to be the best you can be. But one that you're proud of. At the end of the day, did you act? And now you're uncomfortable with the reactions that came from your actions? This is asking you, truly, how much have you grown? The Clash of the Titans is asking that inner warrior, that inner foundation of security and soul of who and what you are, to find the courage to be exactly who you say you are. But not because you're proving it to everybody else, but because you're proving to yourself you've really stepped into that energy. You're proving to yourself, you know what? I am healing this and doing what you have to do to heal this. And putting yourself first enough to make sure that you're good to the rest of the world. The next 3 months with the Clash of the Titans, the outer political arena, the outer world that is, I say this all the time. Remember, I said this is a 4-year. There's certain things that you have to understand. Yes, we create our own reality to a point. We create our own reality by what we know, what we understand, what we believe in, what we are manifesting. However, there is 4, which is the universal law. Some things cannot be changed. Just like there are 4 seasons, 4 elements, 4 directions, 4 times of the day. And what I mean by that is there's sunrise, there's the middle of the day, there's the dusk, and then there's the end of the day. There are things of 4, which are you have your 4, your emotional, your mental, your spiritual, your physical, which equals your one wholeness. There's universal law you cannot change. And the only thing you can do is learn how to work and manifest with that universal law. Because if you're going against it, it will make that inner warrior in the quicksand work 3 times as hard to have to get through these next 3 months. So, no more bullshit. No more lying to yourself. No more denial. No more telling yourself that you're this, but then you don't have the balls to really be this. You're going to be pushed to see if you can prove to yourself, more than the world around you, have you really grown? Because that's the way you're going to find your happy endings and get through this. Like I said, the outer world is changing in ways that you are not necessarily going to be able to stop. But your individual life, which is big to you, but there's so many individual little lives that are big to each and every one of us. Create within that universal 4 and create within that manifestation. Because the only way you're going to make it through these next 3 months is to really, when you get pushed down to try to prove somebody, it's like the rat in the cage, and all you want to do is get out. The point here is, are you going to act up like an animal? Or are you spiritually evolved enough to grow and prove to yourself that you're who you want to be, who you always knew you could be, courageous and strong enough to be who you are? Or are you still learning that you're not quite who you think you are? And it's time to really go inward and look a little better. I love you guys. Bye.